Hello and welcome to Infinite Self-Worth After Narcissistic Abuse. This channel is all about helping women to understand and recover from this insidious, deadly form of abuse. I'm Maria McMahon. I'm a clinical NLP hypnotherapist, life coach and author, and I work with professional women who want to fully take back control of their lives. Now, there's a lot of talk out there about how omnipotent and powerful narcissists are. But the truth is, they're not. They just believe they are. And until you learn that truth, you might think they are too. Now, I want you to know that you can heal. You can be happy again. You can learn the power of self-love, and you can attain infinite self-worth after narcissistic abuse. The kind of self-love that will enable you to never become a victim again. Okay, so let's get started with today's video. I hope you enjoy it and find it helpful. So hello and welcome. Now in this video I'm going to talk about triangulation. And there's really two types of triangulation, positive and negative. So triangulation, unsurprisingly, involves three people: the narcissist, their victim, and the third party who gets drawn into the drama. And it's usually in a covert operation that's orchestrated by the narcissist. And I should point out at this time that the narc can, and usually does, have several of these triangles operating at any one time. Now, not all triangles are the same. There are two sides. There's the positive and the negative. I'm just going to talk a little bit about the difference there. So positive triangulation is the tactic that narcs use to gain favour with other people. And it could be your family, your friends, it could be their family, their friends, work colleagues, partners, future potential partners, and even complete strangers. Basically, just about anyone in your life can become the third part of the triangle, or in their life. Now, their objective is to build a web of lies and deceit about you so that they can gain more narcissistic supply or fuel from all concerned. Now, they use this positive triangulation to make themselves seem like angels and paint you as unstable, crazy, difficult, demanding, jealous, and 1,000 other things that are simply not true about you. This helps them gain sympathy, aka fuel, from the triangulation target. And it goes a long way to explaining why their subsequent smear campaigns against you can be so successful. Because generally the narcs are so charming and convincing and believable that they can completely discredit you, even to people who you believed would never fall for such lies about you. And that means even family members and best friends have been duped. Okay? Sorry about that. Now, positive triangulation like this is also used to make you feel inadequate, inferior, and worthless. So an example of that is when your narc openly flirts with another person right in front of you, or when a parent openly praises your sibling but never praises you. Very few people, when they are receiving praise, will ever consider that it's at someone else's cost. 99% of the time, they'll just enjoy the compliment. So in the case of flirting, if the flirting narc is attractive, and they very often are, there's also a hidden agenda, and they're probably looking at their next tasty narcissistic snack. Okay? And of course, at this point, you realise, this is where it starts to get complicated and painful, you realise that this new person could be a threat to your relationship. So it sparks the fear in you that you could lose your partner. Now, obviously, obviously this takes place when you're still in love. And though confused and distressed most of the time in the relationship now, you're still not ready to let go. You're afraid to lose this partner because you're still hanging on and hoping for a return to those heady golden days. Okay? But being aware of this is really important. So what can you do if you're dealing with this? And the harsh reality is that you have to just open your eyes and see what the narc is doing to you. If they regularly flirt in front of you, that's a massive red flag. Someone who loves and respects you just doesn't behave like that. They just don't. Okay? Also, I'd advise researching triangulation. Start looking for the correlating behaviours in your own relationship. Look for the evidence. And once you find it, you'll realise that this kind of behaviour is not going to stop. Narcissists are incapable of changing their behaviour, and everything they do is geared to getting supply and destroying you in the process. Okay? So your only answer, you've heard me say it before and I'll say it again and again, your only answer is to get out. And I know that that's not going to be easy, but ultimately it is the only answer. No matter how long you've been in a relationship, no matter how scared you might be, you have to plan your exit strategy. Because if you don't, you'll spend the rest of your life in misery. And that is the harsh truth. That is the harsh reality. However, while you're planning your exit strategy, what you can do during this stage is to ignore the flirting. Don't let the narc see that it's upsetting you. Put on your poker face. By doing this, you deprive them of fuel. And if you can perfect your poker face, they may at least let up on this particular tactic. Okay? But again, I reiterate that you really need to get out. You can't be happy in a relationship with a narcissist. And I want you to know that there is a way out. There is always a way out. And you have to start believing that right now. If you're watching this and thinking that there isn't, you need to change that thinking right now. So here's something that's really important to understand. Everything that's happening to you is a reflection of your deep inner beliefs about what you deserve. And I've talked about this before, but I'm going to reiterate that point here because you need to keep hearing it. So consciously, you're attracting this relationship because deep down, you don't love yourself. You don't believe you deserve better. You have very low self-worth and a hurting inner child who needs your love. So realizing this and coming to understanding and accepting it is a huge step, but it's at the core of everything across the board of narcissistic abuse as far as I'm concerned. If you loved yourself unconditionally and had infinite self-worth, you would never, ever become a target or a victim of a narcissist. You'd send them packing at the first sign of disrespect. And what I'm aiming to do in these videos is to help you really understand that, okay? So now I'm going to have a look at negative triangulation, explain a little bit about what goes on there. So negative triangulation is where there is an important person in your life who the narcissist sees as a threat. For example, your child or your children. The narc can't bear to see you giving your time and attention to anyone else. So they'll do everything they can to disrupt, corrupt, and destroy that relationship. They'll try every trick in the book to drive a wedge between you and your child, or whoever the person is that's important to you. When you stop and think about that, I mean, how twisted is that? Just really sit and think about it. It's just wrong, isn't it? It's just plain wrong, okay? And it doesn't matter if you're caring for a sick, elderly parent. The narcissist hates illness and weakness of any kind, and they have absolutely no compassion towards the sick. So if you're in this kind of situation, the narc's hatred of you for caring for a sick person will intensify. And again, when you really think about that, really think about that, what kind of person feels like that, operates like that? Doesn't that give you some insight into just how warped their psyche is? Yeah? So, what can you do if you're in these triangulation situations? Firstly, as ever, learn about it. Learn about it. Knowledge is power. I keep saying it. Know the tricks that the narc will play. Familiarise yourself with them. And know that nothing you try to say or do will change them, because you can't reason with them. Okay? So as with all narc relationships, your only true chance of finding real peace is to get out. So once again, my advice is to plan your exit strategy. Find the way out. And remember, keep remembering what I've said about self-love and self-worth. If you can learn to love and value yourself for the unique person that you are, you'll never be a victim of any kind of abuse ever again, okay? So that's all for this video. Thank you very much for watching, and I will be back soon to share more videos with you. Thank you. Bye for now. So, thank you very much for watching. I hope you found that interesting and helpful. And if so, please hit like and subscribe for more videos. I'll be posting new videos every week. Now, if you'd like to hear more tips and connect personally with me, check out the links below this video. And you can also join my closed Facebook group, Infinite Self-Worth After Narcissistic Abuse. Now, this is a woman's only group with exclusive content every week. So do check out those links below, and I'll see you again soon. Bye for now, and thanks again for watching. I appreciate your time. Thank you.